Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. This is an 18 by 24 inch canvas. That's my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. That's some orange paint. Orange crush, in fact. That I've had tipped down since I did my last painting. Hoping to get enough out to cover a substantial area, which I'm still not sure about. And I'm still trying to do background, and I'm still making paintings instead. This is Pink Carnation. At this stage, it does not matter what I do, in my opinion, because I just want it to be background. Of course, when it turns into a painting, I can't really stop myself from continuing on and letting it become what it wants. This is Golden Fluid Gold Iridescent, which I found I had a bunch of, which I'd like to use if it's available. And I'm thinking a little more Pink Carnation. And I wanted some Oriental blue, and I used some purple in my last video, and I couldn't remember the name, and it's Periwinkle, and maybe that's first. Maybe it's first if I open it. I don't know how clean I can keep my spatula in between, but I do have a scrape dish this time. And I may very well use it. And I don't mind the colors on my spatula becoming blended with what I have in my painting. I often quite enjoy it's not really contrast. That's contrast. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm not sure where it came from. Teeny little infraction. I really literally am trying to make a mess. And succeeding fairly well. I see that thing that does not belong. Where did I put my tweezers? Matter of fact, there might be two things. Yes. I could have used white in there, and I kind of think I might still like to. I'm not sure what's going in there. I kind of think maybe more periwinkle. We'll see. I want semi-clean spatula for the blue. Wow. It's not every day I wind up with a whole human hair in my painting. I think I'm going to try and use some blue velvet. Which obviously needs the tip cleaned and probably has a marble in it anyway. Being called to teal. I can't have any more of the blue velvet because it's not really working well. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try some gold, some white. Because I can. One of those moments. But I do want to get rid of the rest of this blue. The thinner the paint is, the faster it's going to dry, which wouldn't be ideal for trying to make a background if it doesn't turn into a painting. I am being called. More periwinkle and deep amethyst if I can open it. It was open a moment ago. Still keep getting called to this indigo teal. I don't know what that's going to look like in there, but I want to try it without that paint chip. Oh, come on. Obviously we're a little plugged. Now I've got more than I anticipated, and a plug I have to fix. And paint on my finger. I love it when the colors lay over the top of each other. I think I'm just going to grab a clean spatula to do this white that I almost forgot about. What have I got? I've got tickled pink, Whispering Wisteria. And a little more white. I'll mix them all up. Need something dark right here. I think I'm going to indulge in a little Whispering Wisteria. And I've got it on my mind that I want to use more blue. So it might be Egyptian blue since the blue velvet's not really cooperating. Kind of want some black, but I'm also not trying to finish a painting. I'm trying to remember that I'm not trying to finish a painting. I've got blue black, which reminds me of that indigo teal that I want to clean the top out of. Try a little bit of that. You know what? I want some Dancing Fuchsia. Which I keep trying to pull the clot out of the top of, only to get stained fingers instead of satisfaction. I haven't used any regular gold, and I could. I'm too far in to back off now. See if I can get some more midnight shadow. Well, I've got to admit I'm having fun, so no matter what happens, it's going to be okay. Still tempted occasionally by cell activator, but I don't really have any paint that's heavy enough. Really loving that Whispering Wisteria. Thinking about a little groovy guava, wondering if it'll come out. Yay. I still want some black, but I might settle for some saffron. I got 1 minute 35 seconds on my clock. My timer, my camera shuts off at 20 minutes, so I try and keep track of time. I'm really tempted to play with my art while I have a chance. That's a Wilton cake decorating tool. So I said I wanted some gold yesterday. This is the next day and it's dry. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start and see if I can continue. I did get out a brush, yes. Yes, that's going to be a little see-through. Maybe less so when I forget. No, I don't mind that. I'm going to use my residuals. They went pretty far. I'm really tempted to use some black, but I've got more gold left on my spatula, so I think I'm going to use it first. I won't feel so bad about wiping it off. I've got my little Wilton cake decorating tool, but I've also got, yes, little tiny silicone and plastic spatula heads that I notched myself. And I of course have residuals. And I'm going to have to get brave in a second and do some black because I really want to find out. I also, before it gets to be too late, use my residuals over there. I'm thinking some orange, even before the black, especially maybe before the black. Kind of hoping I'd warm up as I went along. Now, if I dip my end of my brush in, then I can square off the end. Alright, I'm going to do that again with the smaller. Actually, I'm going to zigzag that. There, I like that a lot. Helps if I take the top off. Alright, so here goes nothing. And I will have to go back over this twice. I don't even want to scrape through that. Now where can I put my residuals? Right there is fine. Alright, I have a variety of sizes of these notched out. Kind of more fun already. I'm not sure how far I can go. I should have worked on the zones. I did pull out some jasmine, which I might like to try. A little bit of. Maybe with a smaller silicone brush. I think some of this over here would be a good thing. I don't even want to scrape through that. I kind of want to use a whole bunch more of it. I love filling in the grooves. That was probably more than I needed. I feel like just going around and putting jasmine on everything. Because it goes so well with everything else. I just got to be careful not to knock the bottle over. That would not be good. Boy, I'm so close to being done, it's not even funny. I think I'm going to double Whispering Wisteria over here. In this little spot here. Now I'm beginning to get a little inspired. I didn't think that was going to look like anything. I'm going to try some white. I came to play. Well, I was going to try and go without the jasmine, but I really want it. I was going to try and go for something else entirely. Well, maybe not entirely. More like pink carnation. I'd really like some more black, but I don't think I need it. I definitely still want to scrape through in a few places. I am pretty happy with this though, overall. I picked the wrong side. I think I'm going to use some of this, I think it's cyan aqua. And I got to get rid of the paint on my brush. And I don't want to waste it, and I think it'll look great right there. else do I want to go? Not many places. Maybe I could put a black line in, kind of like the gold one. Just trying to refine that line a little bit. Really happy I'm getting such a nice thin line. Because it did kind of turn into a geometric. I like the black lines a lot. They're not perfect, but neither am I. A lot more fun than it was, and it was fun already. Yep, I like it. Maybe more than like. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.